Okay.
Yeah.
I see the go. Okay. Welcome to the March, the Mid-Atlantic Virtual Computer Hobbyists. We have a computer museum of vintage computers, and it's over at Camp Evans. We're in the non-spooky section. Camp Evans was just featured in Weird, New Jersey, because it's a 100-year-old military base that used to be Marconi's radio station, used to have all sorts of other stuff. So there's a lot of history involved with this stuff. And they did a lot of radar work. We still have our big radar antennas, a lot of World War II buildings that are kind of moldy and icky. But the real neat stuff is we've got this 40-acre campus with some really nice buildings.
And not the radioactive stuff.
Oh, no, mind you, that's part of the history.
That's a wall though.
Now this bromide wall protected Dr. whoever his name is, sorry. One of the weird things that Fred Carl has documented is that the location had all sorts of contradictions. Is that it was a World War II place fighting the Germans, and then after the World War II is Operation Paperclip. The German scientists came over. One of them was an expert on radiation, and he tested things in his lab, and he has this beautiful mural of the burial, an Egyptian burial. I thought it would have been the Jackal of Death, but anyway. And there's Fred Carl at one of our DDUs, a Dymaxion deployment unit. Buckminster Fuller designed those as an easy-to-make building. We have a dozen left. Where apparently we're the only ones who have more than 3.
Okay.
So that's one of the. So people come over just to see. I want to see your DDUs. What about the rest? Oh no, they're into their architecture. So 100 years ago, it looked like this. It was a farmland with Marconi's antennas.
Okay.
Because the Titanic had just sunk, and there was this decree that every ship must have radio.
Okay.
Well, the Belmar station was the other side of that. So because of the Titanic, he got to build his wireless girdle around the world, and this was one of the sites. And then the Army took.
What we got over here?
Anyway, so. Today's exhibit, we're just focusing on a piece of history. Everyone right now is running for their iPhone 5s. Well, where did it start? Well, Woz was at a computer club, and he saw home computers and said, I can do that, and he built that.
And who's that other guy there?
Oh, that Jobs.
Yeah.
Well, what happened is Woz built the Apple I, which, by the way, is open source. Because this predates Apple computers, the hardware and the software is all open source. And because of that, you can make a replica that looks just like this.
We have one right over here.
Yes.
We're going to load up Integer Basic, I guess.
Okay, I'm Jeff Jonas, and this is Jeff Grace.
Yes.
We're 2 of the 3 Jeff 3. There are 3 Jeffs. Take it away.
That's a terrible pun.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're going to turn on the monitor and the computer here. You'll see it there.
It's all glowy and booting something.
Yeah, you have to hit clear and reset. Alright? And then, okay, you want to load up a program from the cassette. So you type in this command. C is for cassette and read is R. Alright? And then, okay, you got to give it some memory location to load up your program. So, instead of a normal cassette you'd used back in the day, which is unreliable, we're going to use an Apple iPod to load up the program, which will send the audio signal, which is what you actually record onto. Alright, so we're going to load up BASIC into computer. Alright, it's going to take about 34 seconds to load it up. If everything is correct, then you'll get a little prompt there, /.
And this isn't an original. This is a replica.
There's a difference between reproduction and replica.
Okay.
A replica, it looks like the real one, but it doesn't work. A reproduction actually works. So this is an actual working like the original, and it works. That's what a reproduction
Okay.
is. All right,
You got
so
basic loaded up here.
all right, so now what you got to do is type in the memory location to run basic. So now that's the basic prompt. So you can type in a command like 10 print
Print Hackaday.
hack a day. All right, you type in your line of basic, and then you can run the program, and it says hack a day.
There we go.
All right.
All right then.
And if you wanted to load programs, you can also run it like the same way.
Yeah.
You type in the command, you have to reset.
And where are you from?
I'm from Ocean Township, New Jersey. March is in Wall Township, New Jersey. We're part of a larger InfoAge museum. InfoAge is based at Camp Evans, which is close to Fort Monmouth. It is a big research facility for the Army. A lot of important things happened there historically. Marconi sent the first transatlantic signal from there, and Diana Satellite took the first weather pictures.
And you have, what you said you had a PDP-8?
Yes, we have
And
a
an 11.
PDP-8. Yes, it was owned by a fellow who had started a group called Resistors, and he was basically like a bunch of teenagers he got together to do hacking on the PDP-8. We have his original PDP-8 there in the museum, and it was stored in a barn for a while. And but we have a PDP-11 there, and many other older and newer computers up until maybe the mid to early 80s.